cool. Alright, here we go. Alright, 80% runs, here we go. Jungle Land, I'm pretty darn consistent. I typically get between a 209 and a 211 game time every time, and then around a 230 real time. A lot of people put a split in the middle of this stage, which I don't really see the point in doing. Never really have. For when they enter the cave. $40 should see the log. Yeah. So we're right on time. There is no reason I use Jack. None. The characters are just palette swaps. I mean, there is sort of a inside joke reason why I use Jack, but there's no like gameplay and mechanic reason as to why I use him. Most people who play this tend to play as Fred because he actually looks different in the face, but I hate the color orange, so screw Fred. The biggest time save I can get on this run is going to come from Kids Land. I could save a very minuscule amount in Bomb Land, and I mean like so little that it's I'm probably gonna, if I come out of Bomb Land and I'm even or have gained any time, that's insane. I'm okay with coming out of Bomb Land 5 seconds behind, actually, which is gonna happen more often than not. Alright, here we go. It's about normal. It's probably a 210, 211, which I'm fine with. To a 9 actually, wow. Nice. Alright, so this is the place where all the resets happen. Any percent is a lot different than what I was just doing, so brace yourself. A lot of intentional damage taken in this stage, which isn't too scary. This game isn't very punishing at all in terms of health. This is the shortest stage in the game and the most fast-paced. The inside joke that I had for a while with Jack is that I could never have a good run with him, and then finally one day I just decided to play as him just for a joke, and I actually got world record. So I've been using Jack ever since, just kind of as a joke. Small mistake there. Actually, I missed that wall once. I'm going to keep going from that, though. Here's where I'll reset, most likely. Okay, no, I made the jump. That's a very difficult jump. Wow, first try RNG as well. Okay, so we got to run now, basically. And that was really good. Okay, so overall, really good bomb land. The boss has to go well, though. And it's time to focus. Because if I actually make it past those points, we're in for something interesting. That's why I get frustrated, is when I get a good run and something goes wrong that's just stupid. I shouldn't even keep going from that. But I'm going to. One more mistake, though, is reset. My PB bomb lamb was that good. That's part of the problem. My problem isn't that I can't save time. My problem is that it's going to be very difficult to save time. Because my PB did a lot. My PB had a couple small mistakes, but bomb lamb particularly had none in my PB. Not even one. Okay. There's still a chance I can come out of this stage saving time. And I can save time on the final level as well. That wasn't good. I can handle that. It's better if you don't take any damage there, but you can take damage. It's a very small loss, and it happens to pretty much everyone who plays the game. Okay. This isn't good. These rooms here are RNG as to which order those platforms go in, and it doesn't matter too much which ones you get, but it can affect some things. I still managed to beat my cycle there somehow. Okay, that went really well. Crap, I didn't change the default. Oh, that sucks. Cool. Perfect Kids Land. Almost. Wow. I don't know how I'd even pulled that off. Bad menuing. I hope this doesn't get world record. I'm not happy with it. I'm really not happy with it at all. Because the biggest time save came from that glitch I done on the boss. My boss in Bomb Land was really horrible, although my execution in Kids Land was phenomenal. I can't really argue there. That being said, we're still not to the hardest part of the run. Hardest part of the run is the final room of the game. this is still a pretty darn solid run, if I do say so myself. So eating a lot of enemies makes you move slower, but in this room particularly, it's just faster to be slower because you don't have to continuously eat these guys and wait for them to respawn. Cool. I'm getting pretty good spawn points here, which is nice. Alright, I'm getting nervous now. We're getting up to that big, the boardwalk. Oh, wow. First try RNG in that room. Okay. Alright, here we go. Focus time. Oh, I did it first try. Wow. So this run, Slight the Boss in Bombland, was perfect. This is world record pace right now. By quite a bit. Can't believe this is happening. I'd be okay with this run now that I think about it. One mistake in Bombland is... No way. What? Sub 13's possible. You're freaking kidding me. I don't even believe this. I can't even believe that just happened. I seriously don't even I can't even fathom that. I can't even fathom that just happened. That is hands down probably the cleanest run I've ever done of that game as a whole. I made a few mistakes on the boss in Bombland that lost me like 3 seconds. I lost maybe 3 seconds in Bombland. Because I'm always going to gain time in Bombland. Always. Because I got this really... On my previous PB, I got this really weird glitch that allowed me to beat the boss quicker that's really rare. Or not glitch, but like he done something different. I can't even believe I just done that. Sub 1310. Just wow. Sub 13 is possible. But the only way it's going to happen now, because I have perfect RNG through Ghost Castle. Literally. The only way it's going to happen is if I get perfect RNG through the entire run, and I literally do Bombland completely mistakeless. Or something new is discovered. But I finally got a good run with the cake glitch in it. Dang, two world records in one day. This one was way better than the Sneak King one as well, I think. Sneak King one had a lot of stupid RNG in it, particularly in Sawmill. Although that's still pretty cool. That's still some pretty big milestones, you know, like sub 18 and Sneak King and this. That's pretty cool. I think that's going to be it for me. We'll see what the game time is. And we'll go from there. Yeah, literally, other than the boss in Bombland, this run pretty much had perfect execution. With the exception of, I took 1 bit of damage in Kids Land that I can kind of go without taking, but it didn't actually slow me down any because I still beat the global cycle, so it could have looked better, but it didn't save any time, basically. Bombland boss is the only real mistake in the run. At all. I don't know if I should fight for that sub 13 or not. That's going to be a gross run. Sub 13 is literally going to be a nasty run. Like this run here is good. That one, what's the game time? I'm just curious. 10-10. That's beautiful. Oh my shit. Sub 10 game time is probably possible too then. That's nuts. I can't even believe this just happened. I shouldn't have gotten a world record this soon in this. Well, I mean, now that I've done that, it's definitely time to move on to learning a new game. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's time to start learning a new game. So, what should we work on, guys? I'm not going to work on anything now. I might stream late tonight, but I'm not going to stream right now. I kind of have a few games I've had in mind. Let me get your opinions. In particular, I worked on The Last of Us for a while, and I was really enjoying it, so I would like to finish it at some point and actually do some runs of that. It would be any % New Game Plus. Very easy. Or easy or whatever. Not because it's easier. Well, it is easier, which helps. But because it's not been... New Game Plus hasn't been explored very much in that game. So I figured it'd be fun to have a run to just kind of breeze through that's long, it's relaxing, you know? Because a lot of my runs are very, like, short and, like, you have to just constantly think. It'd be one I could kind of zone out on a bit, you know? Which I think is a good thing. Spider-Man 64 was another game I considered working on. I particularly... Actually, I wonder... That was probably a PB Ghost Castle. I'm just curious. Hold on. 313, yeah, that's a PB. Look how much it beat my previous one by. Wow. Anyway, Spider-Man 64 is another game I have in mind. It's about 45 to 50 minutes, I think, something like that. It's a pretty cool action-adventure game starring Spider-Man. And then the other one, which is one that I know one guy that runs the PAL version of it, but the PAL version is way slower, is Shadowgate 64. It's going to be an extremely boring speed game. I mean, it's literally... just memorizing a bunch of puzzles and routes. There's no skill involved whatsoever. But that being said, nobody's really messed with it other than one guy, like I said, in PAL, which is a lot slower. So I could have some fun with that. I'd essentially be routing it on my own and whatnot. Unlike the other three that I mentioned. And the last one, and this one's a huge stretch. I mean a really huge stretch. Actually, I have two more. This one isn't quite as much of a stretch. Cruis'n USA on the N64. I am a big fan of that game for whatever reason, and I thought that maybe just doing like 80% race runs, like all races, would be fun. And the other one, which is a huge stretch, is Paper Mario. I tend to stick away from running too popular of games just because I just don't... I don't know. The thought of being in a massive community scares me for some reason. I'm kind of weird. But it might also be cool. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Because I'm gonna kind of take what you guys say and run with it at this point. Because I mean, this is a celebratory moment. I just raped that game in the butt. Yeah, I My goal was 13:15. 13:05 though. Dang. Some pretty cool milestone set today. Even when, not if, when LCC beats that Sneak King record, getting the first sub 18 is a pretty cool thought, you know. And I could grind that down some more. And I'm sure that using new versions, we might even find some more like new route stuff with it if we dick around with it, you know. So that's cool. That game's going to continue to see development, which is what I wanted. I think it's a silly enough game to kind of warrant, you know, more. The Last of Us is a really good game. The only problem with it as a speed game is it starts off with an 8.5-minute cutscene. But it's kind of relaxing because, you know, you don't have to reset and then go. You can just kind of reset and just sit there for a minute and relax after whatever caused your previous, you know, reset. A lot of AI manipulation, quite a bit of RNG to work through. I like it because it requires you to improvise and actually be skillful with the game. Unlike a good majority of the other games I run, you know, Kirby 64 is all scripted. Chameleon Twist is pretty much all scripted. Sneak King is pretty much all scripted. Spider-Man 64 does sound more interesting than Shadowgate. Paper Mario intimidates me because I know it has an extremely active community. It's not like I'm scared that I won't get world record or anything like that. It's just I don't want to be a mediocre runner. I don't. Like that bothers me. I don't want to be just a guy that just like sucks. That's kind of my big fear is to suck. I like games that don't have RNG necessarily, but require you to improvise. Like Sneak King, WCW and W Revenge, because, you know, it's a wrestling game. So Last of Us really brings that to the table. Spider-Man 64 would with the boss fights. Shadowgate wouldn't at all. And it's just a boring run. It'd be probably about 45 minutes of just walking and examining things. That doesn't sound very fun to me. So I think we should leave that be. I think Spider-Man and Last of Us is what I need to focus on. So I'll take a look into both of those, and I'll stream one of those tonight, probably. Probably late, though.